Hi everyone, I'm Lisa and this is Crafting with Mimi. I'm so glad you could join me today for this tutorial on how to make your cute little shadow box that you got at the Pinners Conference. I am so excited to show you this step by step. It's a lot of steps, but none of them are very hard or hard at all. But I will show you close-up shots just in case you're a newbie at crafting. Um, if you do have any questions though about any of the steps or the products I used or anything, just reach out to me. I am excited to get started, so let's dive into this project.
So real quick, I'm going to show you what's in your kit. Of course, there's the shadow box, your word that you chose, your paper, greenery, a foam brush with some Mod Podge, a bow, some jute, a long one, and four little short ones, tags, and your beads, and 2 tacks. You also need a glue gun, some glue, scissors, something to push your tacks in with, and a weeding tool or something sharp to lift the letters out. But I'll show you a trick too. The first thing you're going to do here is take your Mod Podge. There's going to be enough in here for your entire project, and your foam brush. So just dip your foam brush in your Mod Podge and put a thin layer, just enough to make it shiny on the bottom. Try not to get like big clumps of Mod Podge like pulling, just because it'll lump up on your paper. So just enough to make it shiny and kind of make it smooth, just so you don't have to smooth out too many bumps. Just like that. And then just put your paper down in there and press it down with your fingers. Just smooth all the edges down, go down the middle with your hand, just like I'm doing. Make sure all the edges are stuck down, just like that. And then you're gonna take a thin layer and put it on top. Now, this part is optional. You don't have to seal in your paper. I just like to do that because it will last you for years without lifting up. I think it just does it really good to do this. And then you're going to go around the whole frame with another layer of Mod Podge, just all the way around the frame, inside, outside. And it's okay if you touch the paper again, it's fine. Just make sure you get that inside edge, because you want it to all be even and look the same all the way around. Once you're done with this, you're going to have to be patient. So put it down and let it dry. You can also use a blow dryer to speed it up a little bit if you want to. So see how it's shiny? Just let it dry and then come on back and we'll do the next step. So you're going to grab your word. Now I have a weeding tool here that helps me get it up. But if you don't have anything like that, just kind of bend it on the edge of the letter and it should pop right up. But if you have a weeding tool or the sharp edge of a little like manicuring scissors, something like that, just to lift the edge up. But it should come up pretty easy. Now this vinyl is permanent vinyl. I use it with my Cricut. So when you press it down onto your tags, it should stay there. But we're going to seal it in with some more Mod Podge. It just makes it more permanent, and it gives it a nice shiny finish to it. Makes it look really pretty. So do that to all of your tags, and again, be patient, let it dry. It doesn't take that long, or you could speed it up with a blow dryer or a heat gun as well. And I think that's what I did here. Yeah. So once that's nice and dry, just be really careful not to burn your vinyl, because, you know, it is vinyl. You're going to take your long string. So fold it in half and put it out to the sides. Now you're just going to tape down each side. This is just going to make it easier to get your tags on. You don't have to do this if you're confident, but if you're new or you just want a trick, this is what I do just to make it easy. Now you can thread it through just like this and tie it onto your jute. It will hang crooked though. So here's my trick. Fold your piece of jute in half and stick it through the hole front to back. Now you see that little loop? You're going to put that underneath your jute, and then you're going to pull the two little ends through and cinch it down. And it keeps it on there really nice, and it will hang straight for you. So if you didn't get that, again, fold it in half, stick it through the hole front to back, make your little loop, put it underneath your string, pull the little loose ends through and cinch it down, just like that. And do that for all four. Front to back, put it underneath your string, put the loose ends through and cinch it down. Now I just love this trick because you don't have to tie it. It just seems faster, and it does help it to hang straight for you. Now it does turn a little tiny bit, but not like it would if you were to just tie it on with a knot. So now you're just going to trim the long ends. And those will slide onto the jute, so you can put them as far apart as you want or as close together as you want. It's versatile, just like that. And now we're going to attach it to the board. So grab your board and you're going to kind of see where you want to put it. Now, you can, and yeah, you're going to grab your tacks. So you can put this on really tight and straight across, but I like to have a little dip in the middle, just like that. Now, I did measure this, and you'll see me doing that in a little while. It's about 2 inches from the top. But you can have it way down low or you can have it higher. It doesn't matter, wherever you like it. So I'm going to have it about 2 inches from the top, and you'll see me with the ruler here. So I'm just going to eyeball that and push my first tack in. Now, in order to make sure I get the tack pretty much close to the same place, I'm going to put a straight edge right up against the tack and the straight edge of the board. See how I'm tapping it just to make sure it's straight? And this way you'll have it pretty much even with the other one. And now you can just push it down in there with your finger, or you can use a screwdriver or something to push it down in there. So what you're going to do to attach it is you're going to just take the loose edge or the loose string, wrap it around the tack, and then you're going to make a little loop like that and cinch it down to create a little knot. And I'll show you that again. Now, anytime during this, if you get stuck, just rewind it. So you're going to wrap it around, make a little loop, just like this, and cinch it down to make a little knot. Now, I do go back and fix this because I think it was a little too low for me. I didn't cinch it down tight enough. So you can go back and cinch it down and make it to where you want it. So here's me pushing it down with the edge of a screwdriver, or you can tap it down with a little hammer. Okay, now that you have it attached to your board, you're going to be putting on your beads now. So I like to make sure that my end of my jute isn't going to fray. So you can put Scotch tape on the end of it. That works great. But here I'm just going to be putting some hot glue on each end. Be real careful and just kind of twist it around to make a little, like a little needle. And it just goes through the beads so much easier this way. Now, one of my beads actually doesn't have a big enough hole in it, and you'll see that here in just a minute. I'm just going to use the edge of my scissor. I'm going to put it down into the hole of the bead and open it up a little bit. It's just a little trick. Let's see this one. I'm just going to open it up, and it does a great job. So I'm just going to string up the 3 beads, I'm going to make sure that I have the knot to where the beads are going to stay like in the middle of the board. So you're going to put the knot there and cut it off wherever you want. And you're going to do the same thing with the other side. Just string on your beads and put a little knot at the end of the last one. Measure it up, just eyeball it. Put your knot there and then cut off the excess jute. I know I'm going fast, but you can rewind it. And there you go. So now that that's on, we're gonna put our greenery on the top. Now this is where you're gonna need something to protect your fingers. So you can use the edge of your scissor. A popsicle stick works really well, but I have finger protectors and I just love them. I get them from Dollar Tree. You get like 3 of them for $1. And all you're gonna do is put some hot glue. Well, first you're gonna see like kind of eyeball where you're gonna put it. And it does take a minute because they're not completely flat. So you're gonna kind of mess around with it a little bit to see where you want it and where you're gonna put your glue. When you decide where you're gonna put it, just put some. You don't have to put a whole lot. And you can add more after a while. But I'm just gonna put it here and hold it down until it cools off. Because if you let go too soon, it's gonna come apart. And I don't know how many times I did that before I got it right, but I just wasn't being patient. So be patient, let your glue cool off, and it's gonna look really nice for you. And there you go. So now I'm gonna grab my bow. And you can put it on the top like that or down on the flat surface. It looks great both ways. So I'm just gonna put it right on the flat surface of the board, but high enough to where it kind of hides the hot glue on your greenery. Now you're gonna see here in a little while, I ended up changing this greenery because I really wasn't totally happy with it. So you'll see that here at the very end after I talk to you again.
So what do you think, guys? How did you do? How did it turn out? I'm sure it's gorgeous. I'm excited to see some of your projects. Snap a picture and post it on my page, Crafting with Mimi 2, or tag me in on your own page, or leave a picture on my website, craftingwithmimi.com. However you choose to do it, I would love to see how yours turned out. And did you put a little twist of your own? Did you grab different florals? Did you add some flowers in there? Different ribbon? What did you do to make it your own, if anything? Anyway, I am so thrilled that you joined me today, and I look forward to doing some more projects with you in the future. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.